So today I want to talk about depression, and not the normal type of depression that we all have been accustomed to and see in society. It's a whole different one that I think more and more people are suffering with. They just don't know it. What's up, everybody? I'm Dr. Matt Maggio, creator of the Peak Method and founder of the Soft Tissue Revolution, and I'm on a mission to make chronic injuries obsolete by helping people that are injured and in pain get properly educated and informed on their injuries and access to quality, hands-on soft tissue treatment so they don't have to resort to bigger problems down the road like pain pills, injections, and surgeries. So I'm back at it for my weekly vlog, as we say. And last week on my vlog, I talked a lot about some pain that I was having, how my back got into a really, really bad spot and how much it messed with me on an emotional level, definitely a physical level, and just started thinking about my longevity and all that. And during that process, I shared this. I was going through a 30-day reset. So I do these like resets with myself every couple months. And this one was like right after the holidays, and I was doing a reset where my diet was on point, my exercise was on point, everything was on point. I was doing everything right. And all of a sudden, in the middle of all this, my back just went to shit, and it just got so fucked up that I couldn't even do anything. And I shared about that in the last video, and it put me in a really bad place. So it got me thinking about depression. You know, a lot of people struggle with depression. I've struggled with depression, a lot throughout my life. And usually when we think about depression, we think of the normal, like I am sad, I got the blues, I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to do anything like that. And I've never had that over the years when I was struggling and having problems. And I was like, people tell me I'm depressed, but I don't have the true, I guess, look of somebody that's depressed. And then I remember I was listening to a podcast one day, and the guy said, there's a different type of depression. And I was like, well, what is that? What is that different type of depression? He's like, the type of depression where you're doing stuff every day, you're trying to better yourself, you're doing the right things, and you still feel like you haven't got anywhere. And I was like, when I saw that, I was like, holy fuck, that's it. That's me. I've seen that. I was doing all the motivational stuff. I was getting better at my craft. I was trying to get my diet and my body right. And I just felt like I wasn't making any progress. And then you wake up and you're like, man, I don't want to do this today. Like, I'm doing all this shit and I'm not seeing results. A lot of us in society too, we have problems with instant gratification and we want it now, now, now. But it doesn't always have to be that way. But it really got me thinking about depression and when people are struggling with it, and especially when they're not feeling the normal thing. They're not sad. They're not like, oh, woe is me. They're like, fuck, I'm doing all this work and I am not seeing any progress. And sometimes what happens too is that we're really hard on ourselves too. We're very strict with ourselves where we don't really see it. We're doing it day by day and other people might see that, So a big thing is always kind of expand your timeline and your horizon of where you go. But think about that as well. Like if you're putting the work in and you're not seeing the results you want to see, that can really fuck with you and it makes you not want to be motivated. And it's a whole different type of depression. So I wanted to share that this week on my vlog. And, they always say, don't share your wounds, but share your scars. And that's one thing that I'm trying to do with these as well is like, I get it, man. Like when you're doing all this stuff and you think you're doing your best and you're still not getting to where you are, one thing is you might just have some unrealistic expectations of where you are. You might need to sit down and give yourself more attainable goals in a shorter period of time so you get some of that feedback. But if you're struggling and you're like, I don't feel depressed, but it seems like depression, this might be it. And this might be something that's actually causing some of your problems. But you got to put the work in, you got to put the daily grind in to make yourself a better version of yourself because the world needs us to be at our best. Because if we can't show up how we are and we can't take care of ourselves, we can't help other people. So a little different perspective on my vlog this week. I appreciate anybody that watches this. I have people reach out and say, hey, thanks for sharing your story. And I encourage you to share your story as well. Send me over what you're struggling with, or if there's anything that you want me to talk about. I've been through a lot in life. I'm going to be 36 here soon, and I've seen a lot over the years, a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, and stuff in the middle. But depression can really get to you, and it's when it's that other type of depression where you just feel like it doesn't matter what you do, you're not getting anywhere. I get it, and it sucks, but you can make your way out of it. So that's all I got for this week's vlog. Hope you guys are having a great week. If you like what you saw, give me a message, give me a comment, give me a like, give me a share, or whatever. Or if you just want to talk, send me a message here. I'm always here to help, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.